The top 10 countries with powerful military ranks in Africa. There is a lot of army generals in African countries than any other in the world. The criteria through which someone is given a military rank depends on the host country, and this has created more quack officers than genuine. Most of the highly decorated officers do not earn ranks on merit but rather on connections. It's widely accepted that a good military officer should be educated, trained and battle-hardened, but this is not only largely the case on the African continent. That's why it's only Africa with the highest number of field marshal ever. This is because there is no benchmark for appointments and promotions. South Sudan tops the list of quack officers with literally 40 of the entire army at the rank of general. Number 10. Ghana is one of the few African countries whose military ranks are highly recognized at the continent and beyond. There are 10 ranks for the officers in the Ghana army. The highest rank, which is also the overall highest rank, is general, while the lowest being second lieutenant as reported. It's reported that for someone to attaining the highest rank in Ghana, the process is duly vigorous and someone must have attained a certain level of military training, been on several battlefields and victorious all the times. According to an official in the defense section of the High Commission of the Republic of Ghana, general recruitment in the Ghanaian Armed Forces is open to Ghanaian holders for a high school diploma between 18 and 24 years of age who are not less than 5 feet and 6 inches tall. Number 9 comes Kenya. There are 10 ranks in the Kenya Defense Forces. Members of the Defense Forces are guided by unmatched discipline and respect depending on the rank of an officer. KDF, that's Kenya Defense Forces, comprises
What did you say?
Comprises of 3 sister services, namely Kenya Army, Kenya Air Force and Kenya Navy. The highest rank in the KDF is a general, and at one given time, Kenya only has one 4-star general who serves as the Chief of Defense Forces and takes a lot of qualities to qualify to be promoted to the highest rank. One must have been trained in Defense Staff College to qualify for promotion to the rank of Colonel. These officers can be in charge of up to 600 troops. Officers holding the rank must have served up to 8 years. The lowest rank among officers is that of a second lieutenant, attained upon commissioning from the Kenya Military Academy, while the highest rank is that of general. At any one given time, KDF has only one 4-star general, who is Chief of the Defense Forces, therefore has one of the most recognized army ranks respected by both their neighbors and internationally. Number 8 comes Botswana. For 2022, Botswana is ranked 107 out of 140 of the countries considered for the annual GFP review. Unlike the countries we have seen above, there are 13 enlisted army ranks in Botswana. They include Private Second Class, Private First Class, Specialist Corporal, Sergeant, Staff Sergeant, Sergeant First Class, Master Sergeant, First Sergeant, Sergeant Major, Command Sergeant Major and Sergeant Major of the Army. Botswana has only 9,000 active army officers, ranking 128th out of 140, but still ranking highly in countries with the most powerful ranks. Their ranks are awarded on merit, and for one to be promoted to the rank of Sergeant Major of the Army must have really worked and studied so hard. Number 7 comes Tanzania. The Tanzanian People's Defense Force is the armed forces of the United Republic of Tanzania. It was established in September 1964 following a mutiny by the former colonial military force, the Tanganyika Rifles. For 2022, Tanzania is ranked 113 out of 140 out of the countries considered for the annual GFP review and is considered relatively strong in the region, ranking behind Kenya in number 12 and Uganda on number 15 respectively, and sits 24th on the continent. Despite ranking behind the neighbors, Tanzania is considered to be one of the strongest armies in the region of East Africa, Central Africa, and its army ranks among the most powerful military ranks in Africa. This is due to the process through which one is promoted to another rank. The Swahili nation is one of the few East African countries headed by the non-military man, but the process of military promotions has remained genuine despite appointments being made by the non-military commander-in-chief. The lowest ranking officer in Tanzania is in second lieutenant, who holds 1 star on the shoulders, and the most junior officer stands above cadet and below a lieutenant. The highest rank is a general. Number 6, Uganda. Uganda is one of the top countries in Africa whose military ranks are believed to be very powerful despite confrontations by the citizens on how ranks are awarded, which has arisen due to political intentions. Uganda ranks 15th on the Global Firepower Index in Africa and boasts with one of the most respected army on the continent, which has seen them carry out several missions, the latest being Operation Shuja in DRC. The military ranks of Uganda insignia are used by the Uganda People's Defense Force. Being a member of the Commonwealth of Nations, Uganda shares a rank structure similar to that of the United Kingdom. Uganda is a landlocked country and does therefore not possess a navy. Similarly to the armed forces of Kenya and Tanzania, their air forces wear army-styled rank insignia with 16 ranks. Uganda has 8 military ranks at the rank of full general, and these are Yoweri Museveni, Katumba Wamala, Kale Kayihura, General Sejusa, JJ Odong, Moses Ali, Salim Saleh, and Eli Tumwine. And one thing in common with the names mentioned, they are battle-hardened. Most of the names mentioned above are the gallant men that fought to bring the existing government into power and have for years and years of military experience. Number 5 comes Nigeria. Nigeria is one other country in Africa whose military ranks highly recognized on the continent and across the world, with relatively a large number of full generals due to the size of the population. Nigeria has 135,000 active personnel, and this has helped them to rank 4th in Africa and 35th out of 140. The country also ranks highly among countries in Africa, with a huge budget set aside for defense every year. The expertise and knowledge of the Nigerian army has helped them to keep one of the most populated countries in Africa safe and secure despite isolated incidences by the militants. Attaining a military rank in Nigeria is not a walkover. One must have served for a certain period of time with relatively good battlefield experience, must have attended different military academies. This justified the military strength being displayed by the Nigerian forces. Number 4 comes Libya. Libya has gone through the worst experience ever on the African continent during the overthrow of Muammar Gaddafi on the 20th of August 2011, which left most of the systems and hardware in a sheer disarray. One of, if not the most powerful country on the continent by the time, had one of the most weaponized, organized, battle-ready army until the NATO rained on them. To date, most of the city parts still looks demolished and deserted. However, this has not erased certain facts from their docket. Libya still ranks among the first 3 countries that spent huge sums of money on their defense. Also thought that Libya has one of the most highly decorated officers whose ranks are respected worldwide. While there are some sort of self-awarding due to the collapse of the system during the war, the country is steadily returning to its old glory and could soon regain its position in different aspects.
Number 3 comes Morocco. The Royal Moroccan Armed Forces are the military forces of the Kingdom of Morocco. They consist of the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, and the Royal Gendarmerie. The Royal Guard ranks 55th out of 140 of the countries considered for the annual GFP review. The military ranks of Morocco are the military insignia used by the Royal Moroccan Armed Forces. Being a former colony of France, Morocco shares a rank structure similar to that of France. The West African country ranks one of the most powerful ranks in Africa, and this can be attributed to the several factors. Despite the fact that the Moroccan president, King Mohammed V, is responsible for appointing and promoting the army, a lot of powers still lie in the hands of another technical wing that looks into really deserving men. Number 2 comes Egypt. The fact that Egypt has an estimated population of about 104 million and over 920,000 army members confirms its defensiveness. Even better, this nation has power index of 0.2216. The Egyptian Armed Forces are the state military organization responsible for the defense of the Arab Republic of Egypt. They consist of the Egyptian Army, Egyptian Navy, and Egyptian Air Defense Forces. The President of the Republic serves as Supreme Commander of the armed forces. The country has one of the best forces not only in Africa but also in the world. For 2022, Egypt is ranked 12th out of 140 of the countries considered for the annual GFP review. The military ranks of Egypt are the military insignia used by the Egyptian Armed Forces. Due to Egypt formerly being under the control of the British Empire, Egypt has a rank structure influenced by the United Kingdom. The Middle East country has the best ranks in Africa, and it's urged that a general of the army is arguably at the same level of training and professionalism with that of the American force.
and South Africa still ranked number 1. South Africa, ranked high, is the most powerful military on the continent and highly finances its army. The South African country inherits its systems from the apartheid time, who left after setting everything for the natives to thrive. Despite having the largest number of army generals on the continent with over 700 officers at the rank of general, the country is thought to have genuine officers who attain their ranks through training and missions accomplished.
Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell button such that you can be reminded whenever we put a new video. Much love.